All right, y'all. We are back in the building. I told you, I told y'all that this trailer was coming out today. So I said, let me go ahead and tap in on what we got to talk about with this trailer before I have to head out for the day and run the errands, baby. So let's get into it. We got the Peaches are returning for season 17. And y'all, I am a little bit shook because we actually have 8 peaches on the screen. This is a first. 8 full-time peaches. I am a little bit shocked by this, but I'm not upset about it. I'm shocked, but not upset. I have often stated that I felt like sometimes these shows need to just bring everybody on, kind of like Love and Hip Hop does, and then figure out who makes the final cut. And I don't know if that's exactly what they did, but we got 8 peaches. Okay. We got 8 peaches for season 17. Now, a part of what I think is going on here is that budget probably opened up quite significantly with Kenya out of the picture. That budget opened up. That budget opened up, baby. That budget opened up. And I'm not mad at it. I mean, listen, as much as we love our girl Kenya more, the budget opened up. So now we can afford to have a Pinky Cole who lets us know that she is one of the industry's leading restaurateurs, business women in the world. Okay. K.Michelle is letting us know how hard it is to be the only black woman on a country record label. Okay. So let's talk about it. All right. So season 17 just released. The actual episode will air April 5th at 8 p.m. with episodes streaming on Peacock the next day. And I'm going to be reading from my notes. So just hold on for a second. All right. So we get the trailer, and the trailer has like this dollhouse theme or this doll theme, which I mean, it's cute. It's cute. It's I I don't quite see the tie-in there, but who cares? We got the trailer. It doesn't matter to me. So season 17 includes obviously the return of Portia Williams, Phaedra Parks, Drew Sidora, Shamia Morton, Angela Oakley, and Kelly Farrell. Now I'm gonna tell y'all this. I saw the trailer before I read the description. When you see the trailer, when in your initial run through the trailer, what you would be thinking is you don't really see much of Kelly in the beginning, and you don't really see much of Drew in the beginning. So you could think that they had been demoted. You could potentially think that. All right. Um, Based on the way they lay out the trailer, it would look that way. But by the end of the trailer, you start to see Kelly and Drew come into play quite a bit more. And we'll talk about that as we get into the description. It says joining the Peaches for the new season are slutty vegan CEO Pinky Cole and R&B recording artist K.Michelle. The ultimate friend of Cynthia Bailey is also set to return for season 17. You see quite a bit of Cynthia in the beginning of the trailer as well. You will see in the teaser Portia finding love and being accused by co-star Kelli of effing every Nigerian in Atlanta. I don't know why that's funny to me. Actually, I will tell you why it's funny to me. Y'all know how much y'all know I love me some Africa, okay? But you know who loves Africa even more? It seems like the people in Atlanta love them some Africans, baby. The way some of these reality TV stars, I mean, just the rumors that you hear about them dating Africans, I mean, you would think that there was like a bridge under the ground that just led from Atlanta to Africa. That's what you would think. It's true. When you hear about it, like when you hear about, I mean, so when Kelly says this, it really comes after, or at least after in the trailer, Portia accused Kelly of sleeping with a married man. So there's an accusation matched with an accusation. And actually, when Kelly says that about Portia, she's sitting right beside her. and she is holding up a glass in Portia's face. And Portia's like, you better get that glass out of my face. I mean, she's cursing while she's saying this, and she's being dragged away. But what I love is that Kelli must not care. I'm not mad at that. I don't mind somebody that she might be small and but she definitely mighty. How am I being messy? How I do? What I do? I just simply stated the obvious. The way these people talk about the Africans in Atlanta and you would think that there was an underground tunnel that led all the way there. I mean, like they get there back and forth easily. Um, don't blame me. I'm just the messenger. Anyway, so that turns into a verbal altercation. Other accusations being thrown are that Drew's new boyfriend is also in the DMs of another housewife. That would be K.Michelle. Okay, so I don't know if this is how the K.Michelle and Drew beef starts, but I do know that it goes there and you see the two of them going at it as well in the trailer. Okay, now this is in reference to the person named Black that was kind of mentioned towards the end of last season, I think. It might have been brought up at the reunion. I'm not really sure. But there is something happening, at least on camera, with Drew and Black and an insinuation that they might be dating. So there's that. So K.Michelle is the one who actually states that he's in her DMs. I don't know. I think Kelli does want it. Kelli came into last season with the smoke for Porsha. I don't think she cares. Um, I don't think she thinks that Portia's gonna do anything to her. So I don't think that she is scared of Porsha. I just don't. Uh, it- and that just again, this is just my assessment of the way she kind of maneuvers and carries herself. Like I don't think she really cares personally. Um, but that's just me. Um, no joke indeed. But when I go back to this, that's what you want. You want you want two people that are not afraid of each other, and when they go at each other, it feels like evenly matched, right? And so I don't know. We'll have to see if Drew is a match for K.Michelle because you see her going off in the trailer. Okay. All right. An emotional moment shows Angela crying and saying, "It's been the hardest year of my life." We do know that she had all of those properties and that wasn't really going well. She did talk about that. She's open to that. And in fact, when she and Pinky Cole get into it, Pinky tells her, "I should have just bought all of those for." And then I feel like Angela calls her something like Papa Smurf. I don't really know. I guess that's who she was talking about. So we do know that there's a girls' trip to Dallas, Texas. Now let's talk about what the ladies have going on per person. All right. Porsha, you in the trailer will see Porsha with a man, you will see Porsha with a woman. So she, does what she wants. It says Porsha steps into a new era of her life. Now that her divorce is final, she's approaching relationships and dating with an open mind. She embraces all of life's possibilities, including not one, but two potential love interests that she's ready to introduce to the group. When it comes to her sister friends, while some bonds remain rocky, she's committed to keeping a positive mindset or at least giving it her best shot. So in the trailer, we don't see anything regarding Shamia and Porsha. We don't see that in the trailer, but we heard it from Candy on Watch What Happens Live. Now let's talk about Pinky. Pinky joins the group, bringing her signature boldness and business savvy energy, and she does appear to be very outspoken, which I like. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I said this too. I said if you to be honest with you, if they did it, I could have seen it because she has the situations, the lawsuits and stuff like that. What she does talk about, right? She talks about she took that some $50,000 that she had and she put it all into her business. I mean, that's how most businesses are run. That's what we do, right? But well, I won't say that's how most businesses are run, but sometimes you have to take a big swing. But what Kelly did last season is Kelly brought us a lot of events. And you need that for a show like this that, espouses or is said to espouse wealth and just this air of like, I want to be there. That's what it should make you feel. And I felt like Kelly did a pretty solid job of that, more so than some of her castmates, to be honest with you. All right, Pinky Cole joins the group, bringing her signature boldness and business savvy energy. The entrepreneur behind the $100 million slutty vegan empire faces a new phase after losing her business and having fought to buy it back. As a wife to an equally successful husband, Pinky supports his rise, all while managing life as a mother of five, CEO, and her own share of sizzling plant-sized beef with the ladies this season. So there's going to be something going on there. Phaedra returns with her signature wit and razor sharp reads. As she steps back into the circle, she's open to mending fences with Angela and proving she's still cool and unbothered by it all while still having fun in the dating pool. Though her businesses keep her booked and busy, the lawyer in her is always on and ready to come to the rescue, even as she juggles the adventures of raising two teenage sons. There's not really much that we can see in the trailer with Phaedra in conflict with anybody else except maybe Shamia. And there's something said about, I think Pinky says something about why would Shamia be talking about you or why would she be talking about you? And I think it's Shamia that she's talking about. And Phaedra says, well, she doesn't like me. That's really all you get from Phaedra in terms of the trailer. So we don't know what else is going on. All right, Kelli. Kelli balances motherhood, her career, dating, and Atlanta drama like a pro. With her oldest daughter heading off to college, Kelli faces a new chapter as she continues to expand her business with the opening of her second restaurant location. Between heated conflicts and defending herself against salacious rumors from within the group and her personal life, she proves she can juggle it all and come out even stronger. I think it is probably perhaps some of those struggles and things that she's actually going through, and the fact that Kelli is actually willing to put her business and her life out there on a reality TV show in a way that feels authentic and real, at least from what we can see. I personally believe that's probably one of the reasons why you would keep her as a full-time housewife. That's just me. All right, when it comes to Shamia, you don't really see her in that much beef in the trailer. Okay. But that doesn't mean that it's non-existent. Sometimes with the trailer, you might see clips from the very end of the season, the very beginning of the season, and there's usually a lot in the middle that we don't quite know what will be happening yet. But that's part of the fun of watching these shows, is the twists and turns that they take. All right, it says Shamia is ready for a major pivot, investing in herself like never before and launching her own rum company. Known as a triple threat, Shamia finds that stepping into entrepreneurship proves more challenging than expected. Lingering tensions with PORSHA and clashes with Drew create ongoing drama. Amidst it all, her fertility journey continues. So I want to talk to you guys about this. And I say this as an example of what you should be doing with this platform. Now, I don't know enough about Shamia and her rum to really give you a real solid stance on it quite just yet. I'm interested, right? Because I do think that you should utilize this platform and maximize it to your greatest capacity. And I also think that you should also do something that is completely in line with your personality. Last season, she was taking a lot of shots. I don't know if you guys recall that. I mean, every time it was always some shot o'clock, shot o'clock, shot o'clock. So my expectation would have been that it would have been tequila, but maybe rum is her thing. Who knows? But you want to have something so that when this show ends, you have something that you have built either through the show or that you've already been building on the show. and you want to be able to expand that enterprise. So I don't think it's a bad idea because let's say next year she decides not to come back. You want to be able to have those things that you can continue doing. Let's look at a Luann from um, New York versus a Kim Zolciak from Atlanta. This is super important because yes, it that's who it was. It's super important because if you look at Luann, her lifespan in terms of what she's been able to do outside of the show has been completely successful. You see Luann, she's on tour in Australia. She is still performing this cabaret all over the world. Whereas you look at somebody like a Kim Zolciak, and she kind of took her, I don't think she took her music career very seriously, even to the point where, even though Luann, I think, knows that we are in on the joke, Kim could have had that same type of run if she had stayed in on that joke. She could still be performing that song to this day. It just she didn't work it. So with this whole situation with Shamia and this rum, I hope that it is something that she intends to really work. That's my thing, and just not do it for the show. But like, if this is going to be your new business, take it super serious, and then figure it out from there. But don't like just make this your thing for the season. All right. It says lingering tensions with Portia and clashes with Drew create ongoing drama. Amidst it all, her fertility journey continues. While I'm really not that interested in any of Shamia's beef with Drew, I am interested to see what happens with her and Portia. Speaking of, well, not really either one of those, but Angela speaks her truth and holds the ladies accountable. Coming off last season, she and husband Charles are stronger than ever as she navigates life and family challenges in the wake of her mother's passing. She's also still continuing to work to repair her fractured friendships from last season and rise above old wounds with Phaedra. While dealing with explosive rumors and the drama that comes with it, Angela continues to make career moves, proving that she's committed to building something all her own. So I'm not sure what that's going to be. I'm not really sure what that's going to be. Mm, well, I guess the problem with that, I'm assuming this is Kim Zolciak. I guess the problem with that is that in some respects, she still ended up in a situation with their house and the divorce and having to get money from the daughters. So I don't know where the 15 million went. All I'm saying is I feel like she would need she if she had kept singing that song, and developed like maybe her own stage show or something to that degree, she could have still been performing that song. I mean, Luann is just walking across the stage. I mean, it's kind of simple, but she's being paid tons of money, I'm sure, to make these dates and just show up and prance around the stage in a little dress or something like that, or a pantsuit or whatever she's run around the world doing. So I'm just in my mind, I'm just thinking, take what you did with the show, run with it, and obviously be sure to, I guess, utilize what you make from it wisely. Okay, I think that's really what I wanted to state, especially with Shamia. She may not have to really worry about any of that because she's in a relationship and she's wealthy. But my point is, if she wants something all on her own, then stick with this. Don't just make this a thing for the season. All right, Cynthia. It says Cynthia returns as a friend balancing her business ventures. You see Cynthia keep her business going. All right. She got them I don't know what kind of drinks those are, but y'all know what I'm talking about. She got the little drinks and stuff. Not little, but y'all know what I mean. She got her things going on, humble brags and stuff like that. So that's how you keep working. You just don't stop. Yeah, they have. Feeling Giovanni. All right, I might play that later. Anyway, With friendships constantly tested and drama unfolding at every turn, she proves to be a steady, calming force in the heart of the storm. We do know from Cynthia herself that she gets into some drama with some people. I have an assumption of who it might be, but I'm going to keep that to myself for now. Well, I kind of wonder if it's going to be with Pinky, but we'll see. Drew Sidora keeps positive vibes while she works through her next stage of her life. She is keeping her dating roster open, but is still guarded on how much she wants to share with the ladies. While she handles new unexpected conflicts, Drew finds herself balancing acting and music career, all while having her most important job as a mom. With romance, career moves, and friendships all in the spotlight, she proves she's ready for love, life, and everything that comes with it. I mean, I guess these are just bios about the person. So, all right, K.Michelle. They saved her for last. Kimberly K.Michelle is not new to the A, but she's true to it. And this season, she's already to make her mark. The award-winning Billboard charting artist and newlywed arrives with a renewed sense of purpose as she builds new bonds with the ladies. Known for her powerhouse presence in R&B, she's now breaking barriers in country music, pursuing her lifelong dream, all while balancing a thriving career, a new home, her son, and a fresh chapter in love. Through it all, she proves she can juggle every high and low with equal parts of grace, grit, and unforgettable style. All right. I mean, the descriptions are, in my opinion, the descriptions are a little bit mid, but they do encapsulate, I guess, the feeling and the vibe that the ladies are giving this season. All right. I'm looking to see if Bravo.com has anything different. No, they got the same thing. I like the trailer. The trailer was interesting. It gave me enough so that I am satisfied in the interim to wait until the season returns. I will be watching. We'll be recapping as best we can. All right. Yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the trailer. Did you like it? How did you feel about it? Are you excited about the new ladies? Sly Red Fox says it was bland. Let me know your thoughts. Oh yeah, that's Cynthia's drink. Peach Bellini Seagrams. That's who she be working with, the Seagrams people. Mo says that she is ready for the new season. I'm ready for it too. I'm always ready for some fresh energy. I'm sure we'll get Atlanta through April, May, June, July, August will probably be the end of the season plus reunion into September. And then after September, we'll be getting a new season of Potomac, I would assume. So that's probably how the schedule will be working. So anyway, let me know how you guys felt about this trailer. I've got some errands to run and some things to do. So with that being said, y'all, we'll keep it locked. We'll keep it locked and we'll see what these ladies have got cooking. Okay. And I'm still trying to figure this thing out. We still percolating on this thing over here. All right. What's up, fam? We sold out of our first week for the Bali experience. So I'm going to do this a second week. Okay. When I send you the link, go ahead and book because I think some of y'all were like waiting around for something. I'm not sure what it was, but you knew you wanted to go and you waited around. So don't make that same mistake this time. All right. I'm going to have that link for you in about a day or two. If you haven't already, sent me an email at skyboundtravel.com. Go ahead and just sign up on the list. That way I can send it to you first. Okay? Don't miss it. All right?